Hello, massive greetings to all those football J-League fans all over the world. How are you doing? Yes, we are about to kick off. The new season is here. The J-League is here. Before the J-League actually starts, don't forget, yes, we have the FUJIFILM Super Cup. Hello, Sean.
Hello, Harry. Very good to see you again. Happy New Year. You look excited. Are you excited?
Happy New Year. Mate, we've already started with this video. This is Bismarck. It's Bismarck, isn't it?
Bismarck, I know he was before my time. That was Kazu with him. That was definitely Kazu with him.
Yes, back to 1994.
Oh.
Yes, King Kazu with the assist. Yes, a Super Cup, you know, we're going into its 29th battle this year. And we don't forget about this. This is going to be one of the historical figures of Japanese football.
Yeah.
It's Hide, isn't it? Hidetoshi Nakata, going back to 1995.
And I think it was his debut, right? That was his first, first game as a professional.
And this has got to be Washington.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a unit. Look at that, holding off both of them.
Holding off the bomber too, Nakazawa. Wow. Look at that. Oh, we know him.
He made his, I think it was his debut too, right? In the Super Cup. A couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, it must have been, 2019. Because the stadium was full back in the good old days.
Okay, and here we go. This is Kobe versus, yes, Yokohama.
Do you remember this one? Were you there?
I wasn't there in the pitch, but I remember watching it. And
I was there. I couldn't believe it.
You were there?
Yeah, we were there, and we were just all of us in shock. And in a minute, I think Vermaelen steps up, and we all thought, okay, well, he's going to score. And when
Vermaelen just missing right now, yeah?
Yeah, he just missed there.
It's outrageous.
9 in a row.
Penalties missed. And finally, he slots it in.
I think Yamaguchi Hotaru was the one who ruined the run. He should have missed it just to make it 10, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, great tournament. It's always really enjoyable. I love it. Like, it's the start of the new season. New players are coming in for each team, and there's that feeling of like, there's so much potential. Everyone's excited, the fans, the players, and really looking forward to it.
So today, yes, you guys have guessed it, we're putting the spotlight on the Super Cup. So hello again to everyone. Yes, this time around, FUJIFILM Super Cup. That's what our story is going to be. Hello again, ice cold as ever, the famous Mr. Sean. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing good. I don't know if that's good or bad. Is ice cold good?
in a good way. In a good way. As the Japanese would say, "Lese," you know, always chilled and always on the spot. You know,
but you're the opposite. You're like fiery hot. We're like the combo.
Yeah,
yin and yang.
Yin and yang. We've got the groove together, sir. Well, hopefully. Just want to be explaining to everyone what this is all about. This is the league champions from the previous year versus the Tennohai champion, right? So that's the Emperor's Cup champion.
Yes.
That's the Super Cup. This has been a tradition for over the years. And you know, great news, the J-League YouTube channel will be having this on the channel live, wherever you are, hopefully, you know, on February the 12th. And so people out there in the world will be able to see the two battle together. And of course, the big transfer before the season has started. Sean, who is the biggest transfer that you've laid your eyes on?
I think we all know, don't we? I think you just mentioned the fans. The fans around the world are going to be watching, and especially fans down in Thailand. I think you're going to be very excited because Chanativ, who's been doing so well for Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo for the last 2.5 seasons, he's only gone and joined the league champions, hasn't he? He's rocked up at Kawasaki Frontale. So,
did you see it coming?
No, not at all. Yeah. It was, when the story broke, it was like, wow, that is very interesting. It's sort of not very Kawasaki-like. They tend to, like I said, they bring through players from the youth team or they pick up from high schools or unis. So to go for one of the big names from another team. Yeah, but I mean, he's a technical player, loves having the ball at his feet, the movement in between the lines to create chances for the forwards. You just think with the other attacking players they've got there, Yu Kobayashi's still there, Leandro Damian we saw before, and it's a recipe for more great football from them and for disaster. The other teams in the J League must just be, they can't believe it that they've just gone and picked up.
Yeah, let's just big up all those Thailand, all our fans, all our J League fans from Thailand. You know, I just want to say a massive hello to you guys, and thanks for watching as always. Tell us how you're feeling right now in the comments below with this big move regarding your national star. Yeah, I'll be very interested in what kind of opinions you guys have. Going back to the Super Cup, it used to be the Fuji Xerox and Super Cup, and from this time round, it's going to be the FUJIFILM Super Cup.
Yeah, apparently the trophy's changing as well, so it's a whole new look. It's obviously been, I think it's had the same sponsor for a very, very long time.
Exactly, and that's in the Guinness, man. That's in the Guinness.
Is it really? It's a Guinness record.
Yeah, it is. It has been. It's been the.
So this is now a new.
The 29th Taikai. It's the 29th final.
Edition.
Yeah.
The 29th edition. So now, even though it's still Fuji, this is now technically that the record is over. Is that correct?
No. Same company.
It's the same company. It's just they've slightly altered the name. Okay, I see.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, but really looking forward to this. You know. So let's go into the details of the match to be. But another important point with the world and all of us embracing the rules and the targets of the SDGs, you know. And this time round with the FUJIFILM Super Cup, there's going to be some SDG development movement. What they're going to be doing, they call it in Japan a food drive. It's like a food drive, whereby they're asking for the supporters who are actually coming to the games and to bring along some food that they presumably don't need. You know, it will be given as charity to several sorts of care stations. For example, we call it fukushisetsu, and you know, for example, it could be a kaigo shisetsu, which is like an elderly's care, and you know, taking care of all sorts of people. What do you think about this movement then?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's a shame that we have to do these things in the modern world. It's a shame that we have to have this situation, but I think it's great. It shows that the people, they want to pull together, especially with with everything that's going on with COVID. People are all going through difficulties and things, and I think it's great if people have got a bit too much, that they have an outlet, they have somewhere they can take it, they can give it to the people who need something. I think it's great. Encourage all the fans that are going, check your cupboards. You always got something in the back of the cupboard that you forgot it was there.
Okay, so let's crack this open then. The Super Cup, it's going to be battled out between the league champions Kawasaki Frontale and the Emperor's Cup champions Urawa Reds. Now, Sean, this is going to be one formidable match, huh?
And they both play really, really good football. They both try to keep the ball. They both move it around. They both try to attack. So hopefully it's going to be a sunny day, nice and crisp and clear, and we'll get a good game where they both go at each other and plenty of goals, plenty of excitement. Fingers crossed.
Yes, definitely. So let's tweak it then. Let's start off with Kawasaki Frontale.
Mm-hmm.
Give us your verdict on what kind of team Kawasaki Frontale is. Also, without the star players, some of who've gone to Europe of late.
I think the big thing for Kawasaki this year is now they are established as like the team to beat. They've won 4 of the last 5 league titles. Yeah, they lost a few players, but I still think they've got so much depth there. They've always seemed to have 2 good players in every position, and the manager Toru Oniki is so good at bringing through young players and gradually weaning them into the team. And then before you know it, I mean, the likes of Tachi Banada last year and Wakizaka, they've kind of they seem like they've always been around. He's very clever, almost like Guardiola, I think, where the way he uses his players and makes sure that they get used to the way the team plays, and then he can throw them in. And then before you know it, they've played, 20, 30 games a season. So I think, quality-wise, they've still got enough. We touched upon, obviously, Chanatip's been added too. But yeah, they're going to play the same kind of football. Keep the ball, move it around, and attack.
Right. Who's your key man then?
I don't know if key man, because when we touched on Chanatip, so he'd be the obvious one. But I think they've brought in the guy Seko from Yokohama FC. And I think, Tatsuki Seka, they've brought him in. And I'm interested to see kind of how he fits in. A central midfielder. He came in from a university team to Yokohama a couple of years ago, and then midway through last year, he was named as captain there when he was still only 23, which is quite rare in Japan to be given that level of responsibility. And Kawasaki have snapped him up. So kind of following on from what I was just saying, I'm interested to see how Oniki decides to use him. He was captain at another J League team, so you'd assume he's coming in with the aim of playing regularly. He doesn't want to just sit on the bench or be a kind of squad player. So how he's going to manage to work him into the midfield, which already has a lot of good players.
Yes.
And I think, the Super Cup will be a great chance to see, often they want to show off their new wares on the first day. And so I think it will give us a good sign of kind of how Seko fits in with the team, and maybe how Oniki is planning on using him over the next year.
I see.
How about you?
Well, I'm going to go for Taniguchi.
Mm-hmm.
He's been the fulcrum. He's been the rock of Kawasaki over the years. He's very good at building up the play. He's very good at reading the game. There are a lot of people, J League fans from other teams, when he came to Kawasaki to start off with, this good-looking stud, and they were saying, this guy, can he actually play football? But he's a baller. He's definitely a baller. He's very good. So I'm really looking forward to how he's going to blend with the newcomers too. Right. So that was Kawasaki. Why don't we talk about Reds now, Urawa then? Yeah. So they had a bit of a mixed kind of season last season. They kind of, put everything in the right place with the Empress Cup, right?
And I think in the league as well, in the end, they dropped out of the race for the automatic, or the kind of the league qualification into the Champions League. They ultimately got it through the Empress Cup. But personally, I think, considering it was Ricardo Rodriguez's first season in charge after coming in from the second division team, Tokushima Vortis, I think they definitely did. I would say they did better than I think a lot of people expected. There was a lot of turnover in players. A lot of the established veterans that were there for a long time have gradually been kind of weaned out of the team, whether they've left or they're not regulars anymore. And so to be able to bring about that changeover in personnel, in the kind of the spirit around the team and everything, and still be able to achieve results where, as you said, they won the cup. They did reasonably well in the league as well. So I think this season is going to be the real test of how far they can go. I mean, I think Urawa are one of the most kind of famous Japanese teams outside of Japan. People have heard of them. They're a big club within Asia. And I think this one, the only worry is kind of that second album syndrome. He did very well in the first year, so now expectations are raised, and a lot of kind of younger, maybe untested players perhaps are in the squad. So it will be the make or break for them. Can they kick on?
So who would you like to talk about then in Urawa?
I think is going to be important here is Ken Iwao. He's come in from Tokushima Vortis, where he was captain. I think he's 33, so he's not a young player. He was fantastic for Tokushima, like almost never injured, never misplaces a pass. One of those just constants in the middle of the park that, if you're a player, if he's in your team, you feel more relaxed. You feel like you've always got a chance. I remember speaking to Rodriguez about Iwao 2 or 3 years ago when he was in Tokushima. And he described him then and said he's like a manager on the pitch. Like, for managers, you love having a player like that who you can completely trust them to go out there and help to control things, help to lead the team.
Yes, totally. Looking forward to him working as Magic too. I would like to go with Hiroki Sakai. He's been, continuously leading Japanese football from that position of right back for the last good number of years. And he's blended well with the Reds contingent. And I think he'll have a lot more responsibility with the team. he's thought of as a quiet character, but he doesn't play very quietly, does he? He's a very feisty guy on the pitch. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really testing year for him. Okay, so last but not least, let's have a prediction. I hate doing this, because we're going to be the enemy of whichever side we're going to go against. But yeah, let's have a prediction.
Am I going first? I always have to go first, don't I? Okay.
I think I'll go first because I always get you to go first. Can I go first? Yeah.
You can go first. I'll let you go first. Yes.
I'm gonna go for it's going to be a 1-1 draw. A draw.
What was that? Is that like Arsene Wenger?
I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. And then decided on penalties.
Right. Is it going to be a 9 misses in a row penalty shootout, or is it going to be more conventional, do you think?
I think it's going to be more conventional. No Panenka miss or anything.
No, nothing like that.
No, nothing like that. But then I'm going to go for Urawa winning the penalties.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to go with Kawasaki, but go for it.
I think I'm going to have to. I do think Reds will do well this year. I think they've got a good core there, but I do think that, with the amount of turnover and just all the kind of the mayhem that's going on with all clubs at the moment, with the preparations for pre-season and restrictions and COVID cases and all these kind of things, I think maybe they're going to need a little bit of time to click into gear, whereas Kawasaki are more, I think, largely unchanged. Most of the core is still there. So I think Kawasaki will probably be able to hit the ground running a little bit quicker. So I think Kawasaki will edge it maybe, say 2-1. They're both attack-minded, so I think there'll be goals. I'll go 2-1. And probably Chanatip will crop up with something special for the fans. Yes, some magic, some flair and flamboyance from the man. So Fujifilm Super Cup, it will be available on J League, a YouTube channel, live, everyone. This is going to be live on February 12th. Wherever you are, it's going to be Saturday lunchtime for Japan, but don't miss it. This is going to be an amazing start to the season. And then a week after the Super Cup, the J1 is going to be starting. So Frontale, looking for 3 in a row, 3 on the trot. Yes. How are you feeling with the J League starting soon then, Sean? Last but not least. It'd be fascinating to see if Kawasaki can make it 3, or if one of the teams that pushed them close last year, Marinos, Kashima, Nagoya, Urawa, or this being the J League, it could be someone from the pack storms through. So it's going to be fascinating to watch. Yes. So best of luck to all the players and all the teams, the staffs out there, but also massive regards to everyone all over the world, facing up with this battle with COVID for the last 2 years. Lots of stuff going on about Omicron, with it being weak or not. We can't tell, we can't say, because we're not doctors or we're not specialists. But yes, do stay safe, and great to have you guys back with us. And yes, let's look forward to the great season approaching then. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Bye. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, mate. See you soon. We're going for a drink sometime. Yes, yes. It's going to happen. Right. Bye-bye.